to Let's Play Open RuneScape Classic, now episode 12. And in today's episode, my goal is going to be to grind as much combat XP as I possibly can. Right now we're sitting at combat level 17, and I have a short-term goal of hitting combat level 30 in preparation for the Delrith fight in the quest Demon Slayer. And for those of you joining for the first time, this is... Ooh, I did not eat. That was a bad idea. Just getting started here, but this is an Ironman character, so no help from other characters, and completely self-sufficient. And in addition, I'm not using any questing guides. I'm not using any guides while playing through all of the game's quests. Which we've finished 1 out of 50 so far, and our goal is to finish all 50 quests and to earn the Cape of Legends without using a guide. The one resource we are allowed to use is the official 2003 RuneScape Classic Manual. That is it. So yeah, right now I'm sitting at attack 15, strength 20. My defense is only 13, so I'm working on leveling defense to 15 in the hopes that I will cross some point where my amount of required food consumption will drop drastically, I'm hoping, while training against these Kharid warriors. But yeah, I have, I believe, roughly 70 or 80 shrimp right now available, and my goal for this stream is to burn through as much as possible. What's up, Retro? Thank you so much for joining the stream. Appreciate you being here. I am just grinding combat XP at the Kharid warriors, hoping to get to the point where I don't have to use quite so much food. This is iron presently. Yeah, just in the last episode, I want to say. Oh, is there someone here grinding these? No, they're all just inside. Usually they're like wandering around the fountain. Yeah, in the last episode, I bought iron, so I had trained up to smith. You know, full bronze, and I felt like it'd be way easier just to like get the money for iron and buy it outright than training the smithing up to the iron level. So, oh no, dude, you're fine. The YouTube series is behind the Twitch stream. So you know, I'm recording these sessions on Twitch, and my hope is to, like, on the weekends grind out like multiple sessions in one day, and then kind of like schedule them throughout the week. Yeah, so there's like one session a day is my hope. If that ever becomes hard, I might split it up into, like, you know, maybe 3 a week or something like that, if I get like really busy. But yeah, no worries at all. I think episode 8 went up on YouTube today, and this is episode 12. So yeah, this is currently full iron that I ran around and bought in the last episode. I did crafting from all the cows from the cow slaying, and sold the excess gear to the general store here, and I took my time selling them, just like 1 or 3 at a time, to get the most gold for each item. Like, I let them despawn and whatnot so that I could get the most gold, most bang for my buck. Yeah, so that's where we're at now. Right now, trying to level up defense, trying to reduce the amount of food I have to invest in training against these Kharid warriors, and all in all, just working my way up towards level 20 combat would be great if I could close in on that. Long term, trying to get to 30. Ooh, an herb. Can I identify this one? No, I can't. That's A-okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and heal up to 15 hits and going. Yeah, I'm really interested to see how quickly I can start rolling through these warriors now. Before, I had quite a bit of trouble. It took several food of healing to not die when fighting the warriors, and now I feel like I'm doing pretty okay, but it could be better. Offensively, I feel like I'm killing them, you know, quickly enough. The fights are kind of lasting a little bit. You know, that could get better. But defensively, I'm still having to tank quite a bit of damage and eat. And I don't want to take so many trips to collect food, so yeah, here's to hoping that raising defense a little further will get me to that point. Yeah, thank you so much to everyone who's joining the stream. Really appreciate you being here. just hanging out with my Ironman RuneScape Classic character. This is on the Open RuneScape Classic server, which is a really cool private server developed by a team that strives to make an authentic RuneScape Classic experience. Just because there's so many here, I'm going to go ahead and drop their website into the chat. You can feel free to go check that out if you'd like. And if you want this fancy smancy client that I have, this is the RSC Plus client, and I'll drop a link for that as well. And you have to take like one step to get this client pointed at the Open RuneScape Classic servers, but it's well worth the effort. This client is really cool. It has this pretty cool XP bar at the top that I really enjoy, plus a lot of other neat features like the hits on the screen, your fatigue on the screen, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's really cool. I would definitely recommend jumping on the server and giving it a try, maybe giving the RSC Plus client a try as well. I'm going to go head over to the high scores because one of my favorite things to do while grinding skills is to just watch the slow climb up the leaderboards, and I believe we broke into the top 250, but I will double check that in just a second. Let's get rolling on another warrior, I should say. Let's see. How much XP left? We're at 1965, so like less than 150-ish to get to the next level. Okay, let's see where Theldimar, this character, is sitting on the high scores. I believe we're under 250. And well, Westbrook, my other character, my quote-quote main that's not an Iron Man, is rank 232 with a total level of 233. Interesting. And Theldimar is not far behind. Theldimar is sitting at rank 247, so we did just break into the top 250 on the last stream. Let's go. Super stoked about that. Yeah, with a total level of 205. So 205 is 15, 25, almost 30, so 28 levels behind Westbrook. So 28 levels until I match the skill level of my main on ORSC. That's going to be pretty cool to surpass. That'll be pretty fun. And then we will be working our way up towards 225, I guess should be the next goal. It's going to be way harder to move up the leaderboards from here on out. There is a small community of dedicated ORSC players, and some of them have quite high total levels and quite high total XP amounts, and it's really fun to see. It's really fun to see, you know, that there are some people just grinding on this authentic RuneScape Classic server. Super fun, and yeah, rolling on through these warriors. This guy just doesn't want to die. He doesn't want to die. We just need to deal that one last... Yes, a hits level. That is exciting. I remember we were really close to Combat 18. Yes, Combat 18. Let's go. I felt like we were really close on the last stream. That was interesting. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you to everybody that's joining the stream. I appreciate y'all being here. For those who just joined, this is an Iron Man character playing RuneScape Classic. We're on Open RuneScape Classic. Definitely go check that out right now. Working my way up towards my goal of 30 combat level, getting prepped for the Delrith fight in the Demon Slayer quest, which I learned, I don't know, maybe 2 streams ago. I didn't realize that in RuneScape Classic, Delrith actually is always on the overworld. I mean, he's always spawned. You know, I remember doing a version of the quest where you spawn a Delrith. I didn't realize that in Classic he's always there. So that was super interesting to me. I didn't realize he would be at the Stone Circle. I just so happened to run by and saw him. So I noted that his combat level is 30. We probably don't have to get all the way to 30 to beat him, because we can kind of like fight up a little bit. But I'm gonna try to hit 30 and then go fight Delrith. And then my plan is to go on a spree of quests. I think we can do maybe 11. I think we can do maybe through quest number 11 out of 50 in a row as soon as I hit 30 combat, which will be great. Because the ultimate goal of this character is to finish all 50 of the original quests available in RuneScape Classic and to earn the Cape of Legends. So yeah, that is kind of the goal. yeah, if you're interested in watching my progress not live, I do have a YouTube channel as well that I will link here just because there are so many of you watching, and I definitely appreciate you all being here right now. I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the chat where I'm every day posting one of these gameplay sessions. So yeah, you can watch the complete journey of an Ironman RuneScape Classic player trying to make his way up in the world, and without using any guides either. So it should be an interesting experience. You know, not knowing things like Delrith just being in the overworld, which I'm really curious as to how that works. I wonder if you're able to fight Delrith without Silverlight. I'm not quite sure. If anyone knows, you know, feel free to jump into the chat and let me know if you already have that knowledge. But I think I'm gonna try before starting the Demon Slayer quest. I'll probably head over to Delrith and just try to fight him and see how it goes. Because you know, why not? I don't think it'll hurt anything. Just, you know, kind of for my knowledge. I'm just curious. What will happen? Will I just not be able to do any damage? Will I need to start the quest and get Silverlight before I can hurt him? Yeah, that'll just be kind of an interesting thing for me to see. And we should be getting close. Yeah, maybe two more warrior kills, and we should hit another defense level. I'm super stoked for. Really, my biggest goal in this stream is just to get my combat level going as high as possible. Yeah, we've been grinding combat. We did it for a few streams in a row. We hung out over in the iconic cow fields of Lumbridge. Spent quite a bit of time in the pasture. You need Silverlight to kill him. Think you can damage him without it. Oh, okay. So maybe you could get him down to like 1 health or something, but not be able to finish the kill without Silverlight. That's super interesting. I wonder then if it would be beneficial to like maybe fight him with, you know, with a weapon that's not Silverlight until he gets down low enough, and then to switch to Silverlight just for the killing blow. That would be pretty interesting to see. It'll be cool to see what Silverlight's combat stats are like. I feel like it'll probably be close to like an iron or steel weapon. I don't recall Silverlight being like, you know, too overpowered. Of course, Classic is different than you know, my main game. The main RuneScape that I usually play is RuneScape 3. So obviously there are massive differences between Classic and RS3. But you know, there are also quite a few similarities. Demon Slayer's been around for a long time. I believe they've redone the quest twice now, which is also really interesting. You know, the modern version of Demon Slayer plays nothing like the old one. You don't even go to the stone circle with the dark wizards. Super interesting. You want to start with Silverlight to weaken him, then maybe switch to another weapon, and then back to Silver to kill. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, so maybe Silverlight applies some kind of like debuff or something to Delrith. Maybe that's the mechanic. That's super interesting. Note. Okay, we might give that strategy a try when we get over to Delrith for the Demon Slayer fight. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. First, we just need to keep on with grinding combat XP over here at the Kharid Warriors. This is the, if you can't see, this is the court here, the palace at Kharid. It looks very different than it does in even old school RuneScape. It's very different. Go ahead and eat some shrimp. We're not burning through near as much food as we did in the last stream when we took on warriors. Doing a lot better. This 100 shrimp that we gathered should last us quite a while. I don't know if it can get us all the way to combat level 20. But that would be really cool. I'm trying to think of where to go next for combat XP. Once I start, like, I guess getting to a point where the warriors don't feel like they're giving as much XP anymore. I'm thinking maybe guards next. What do y'all think in the chat? You know, just trying to think about what would be a good spot. Because you want it to be, I guess you need to be able to kill the you need to be able to kill quick enough to be able to actually get reasonable XP, but they also need to have a big enough XP drop, you know, to make it worth your time. So there's kind of this interesting balance, and I feel like guards might be the next step. You'd also be really close to a bank and potentially close to sources of food and other resources that you might need. So that could be a next step. I'm not sure to what combat level I should continue killing the warriors. All right, a defense level. Let's go. I really feel like every single defense level that we get here ends up making a difference. Like every level that I get, I feel like I can feel the difference. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like I can feel the difference in how often, you know, I hit when I level attack, or you know, in how much damage I take. Okay, that is really good to know. Let me see. Do I have anything else open at the moment? Definitely appreciate the feedback. Interesting. I might have something going on my other machine that is hogging up the Wi-Fi out here. I am in Northwest Arkansas, which is a really beautiful place with lots of nature, but not necessarily the best internet connections on the planet, if I'm being honest with you. So that's interesting. Yeah, let me know if see if I can stream quality. It says my stream quality is decent at the moment, but I'll keep an eye on that. Definitely thank you for jumping in the chat, Retro, and letting me know. Retro has a pretty epic Open RuneScape Classic account. If I go to the high scores, let's see. Retro Gamer 02 is at number 6 on the high scores. Baller, and he's at total level 1168, 1168. It will be quite a while before Theldimar approaches that level of skill, and with a total XP approaching 15 million. So yeah, seems to always happen on my streams. Oh, you think it's on your end? No, that's no worries. No worries at all. Yeah, I don't know why that is. If anyone else just wants to like jump into anyone else wants to jump into the chat and let me know how it's coming through for you, that would be interesting to know. It'd be good feedback. Good feedback for me. Ooh, 58 defense. That is solid. Good stuff. Rage is always in the chat. He's always in the global chat. In the population on Open RuneScape Classic has been fluctuating. You know, I want to say there's been around 8, you know, like 4 to 8 people. It looks like there are 4 online right now. I think we got up to maybe 10 recently, which was pretty cool. And I'm really hoping or looking forward to the player base hopefully growing in the near future. That's what I would really like to see. It'd be cool if y'all watching, if you don't have an Open RuneScape Classic account, head on over to rsc.vet, VET. That would be really cool. Go make an account, download the client, and it's free. It's all absolutely free. You can actually play on mobile as well. They have a mobile app for this, which is really cool. So yeah, Rage is grinding hard. Every time I log on, Rage is in game. He's talking in the global chat. He's you know, calling out his levels that he earns, which is really cool. It's fun to see other people. You know, it's fun to see other people making progress. I wonder where he is on the high scores. That would be kind of cool to see. Rage Racer. I wonder if he's anywhere near the top. Not exactly sure, but he said he's like in the 50. Yeah, Rage Racer. He is total level 856, number 38 on the leaderboards. He's on the second page. He's not too far behind Ryan, it looks like. Ryan, better watch out. Rage Racer is coming up for your spot in the high scores. Yeah, it's really been a pleasure, you know, chatting with everyone in the RSC community. Everyone has been so kind to me thus far. Everyone's really helpful. If you go to the Discord, they are really good at helping you. Oh no. Yeah, run, Ryan, run. Gotta run ahead of the Rage Racer. Everyone's been really kind in the Discord, and like if you, I remember at one point I wanted to test out running my own server. So not only can you play on the official Open RuneScape Classic servers, but they have some guides where you can set up your own private server for just you or just you and some friends to connect to. You can have your own little private instance of RuneScape Classic, which I also think that is pretty cool. So I remember the team over on the Discord channel giving me lots of tips and advice to get that up and running, which is really fun. That was a pretty cool and fun project. All right, this guy is just not wanting drop. This is one of the toughest guards or warriors that I have faced off against thus far. Yeah, I appreciate you, Retro and Ryan, for being here and for chatting. Retro and Ryan seem to be two of the most active chatters when I'm streaming, which is always really fun. Obviously, they both have high-level accounts, super invested in RuneScape Classic, so that's really cool to see. Appreciate you both so very much, and shout out to the others in the stream right now. Looks like people jumping in and jumping out, which is fun. There's usually not a lot of RuneScape Classic streamers at any given time. Let's go check that out and see if anyone else is streaming Classic at the moment. And I've noticed that like when people do stream RuneScape Classic, they're really streaming. Are we still on this warrior? I cannot believe that this warrior is still going. Wow, this is like, okay, there we go. That was like the biggest fight that I've ever seen one of these warriors put up. That was super interesting. I'm going to go to the bank to grab more food. While I'm doing that, I'm just going to check out RuneScape Classic. It looks like I'm the only stream at the moment, which is... you know, it would be really cool to see other streamers going at it. I feel like I would definitely watch if the other high-level players in Open RuneScape Classic, if y'all were to stream, I think that would be fun. I would jump in and, yeah, enjoy the fun. But, yeah, I feel like when I do see other people streaming RuneScape Classic, it's really old-school RuneScape, and they're, you know, maybe accidentally hitting RuneScape Classic instead of old-school RuneScape when they specify what game that they're playing when they're streaming. So that's pretty interesting. It would be cool to see more Classic streamers. I feel like that would be pretty fun. I feel like, you know, like when I look at RuneScape 3 content, like on YouTube and on Twitch, there seems to be a lot of things like opening 1,000 clues or like loot from 100 kills at this boss. I think it'd be fun to watch someone just like grinding the KBD on this and just showing all the drops that they get. That would be pretty cool to see. If there was some kind of like PKing event, that would also be fun. I know it's hard when people have different combat levels, you know, to get anything fair going on, but yeah, it could be fun to get a bunch of people together and just, you know, start duking it out like old school PKing in the classic days. Times bygone. Could be fun, I think. Well, it's, you know, we're getting close to 25 minutes into the stream, and we've killed several warriors. We've gained a defense level, and that we've gained a defense level and a hits level now at 19 hits, which is pretty solid. That tipped us over to combat level 18. So, hoping for a few more levels in this stream, and maybe we can start working our way to 19. That would be pretty cool. You know, just slowly but surely making our way up the totem pole as far as combat goes. Retro's trying to get 75 melee combat levels for KBD. I bet that is quite a grind. Retro, where are you training your melee combat to prep for the KBD? That would be really cool to watch, by the way. If you do have a streaming setup, once you get to that point where you can kill the KBD, that would be cool. You have 75 attack, 72 strength, defense, and 70 strength right now. That is insane. Those are great stats, especially in Classic, where the time investment is so much higher than any other version of RuneScape, especially not even playing on, not even like a Cabbage or like RSC Revolution or something where you can, the XP rates are way higher. This is an authentic experience, so XP is slow going. That's really impressive, man. Where are you training right now? I would be super interested to know. And it looks like we dropped another herb, and it's probably one that I can't identify. Yep, I can't identify it yet, but that will be really cool once I finally am able to identify that. We're collecting some herbs. It's nice. That's going to be quite the grind. Whenever we want to level up herblore, it's going to be quite a chore. I mean, just grindy, trying to get the drops. Something that complicates getting herb drops just a little bit. At Moss Giants in Varrock Sewer at the moment, also great for prey grind. Yeah, because they would drop the big bones. So you could level your prayer faster. That is a pretty cool idea. Are Moss Giants like in the 40s or something? That's what I would guess. I think for a Moss Giant, like I want to say like 42 or something like that for a Moss Giant level. Seems right, but maybe it's way higher than that. I'm not exactly sure. Not quite sure, but part of my current gameplay is that I am not looking anything up as I play the game. Only noticing things that I see as I explore the game world. Maybe some offhand things from other players in the chat, or whether it's in-game chat or in the stream chat. Hopefully with no quest spoilers at a minimum, but other than that, I'm only using the official 2003 RuneScape Classic manual to guide me through the game. So, for instance, for the Demon Slayer quest, it doesn't even mention what combat level that Delrith is. It only says that you need to be capable of slaying an apocalyptic demon. So that's pretty vague, and that's pretty hardcore for the second quest in the game. 60-something. I think it was regular giants that are 40s. That's cool, and that's really good to know. So, like, a nice progression might be from cows to Al-Kharid warriors to guards, maybe, and then to giants, and then to moss giants, maybe. Maybe with some intermediate step. There might be other kinds of giants out there. But that sounds like not the worst combat progression in the world. That seems like that would be doable. Yeah, I like that a lot of skills are really, really manual to grind in RuneScape Classic. There's a lot of actions that are manual rather than automatic. For example, in old school RuneScape, you click on a tree, and your character just sits and chops the tree. In RuneScape Classic, you have to click on the tree every time you would like to attempt swing your axe at the tree. So that's very different as far as leveling goes. Combat is different. This is a pretty AFK experience. It's really not bad at all. You just kind of like engage and if you want, you can get as involved as you want. Like if you want to switch your combat style to optimize it, like I don't know if that actually works, but I think if you maybe switch to aggressive when you attack and switch to defensive when it's their turn, maybe doing that back and forth has some benefit. If you want to switch between prayers, I don't know, like maybe you could switch between defensive and offensive prayers as desired, but for the most part you just kind of engage and duke it out, break to eat at times as you feel it's necessary, and then re-engage. The most interesting thing is the mandatory 3 hits. That's pretty interesting that once you get into combat you are required to at least defend yourself for 3 hits. So when you're low health, that could be pretty interesting. And when I watch RuneScape Classic PKing, that seems to be a big deal. Like chasing someone down and forcing them into the 3 hits when they're low health seems to be the skill that you have to gain while doing that. All super interesting. Right, looks like one more tick and this warrior will be dead. 42 more XP towards defense. Looks like we're 2 kills away from hitting level 15 defense with this character, which is a far cry from the 72 defense of Retro Gamer, but Retro is also number, what, 6 I said on the leaderboards, so it's going to be a while before we're able to get there. We're making progress, though, slow and steady, but we are still making progress. Also got, I'm not really doing it right this second, but I've got another machine with some development going on at the same time, which is pretty fun, but I'm pretty focused on the stream at the moment. Yeah, really excited watching the combat XP tick in. I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do once I hit 15 defense. I'll probably level attack towards 20. I don't know if I want to grind strength next, like up to 25, or if I should just let the attack follow up. I think maybe I'll do attack next. You know, try to get just more and more consistent hits. You know, kind of have them all meet in the middle at 20 or so. You know, sometimes I feel like it's cool to bring all of your skills up to the same point and just let strength and attack lead the way. Since I know that RuneScape combat is kind of like glass cannon mentality. You know, you want as much strength as possible. At other times, I'm like, should I just leave my strength out in front? Just grind strength up to a, you know, abnormally high level? I don't know. I don't know what would be the best play. I know for sure that I need to train strength first, no matter what, just to hit harder. But yeah, I think my next move will be to get attack up towards 20, like we did for strength. That seems like would probably be our best bet, because it looks like, you know, we're hitting a lot of zeros on these warriors. Lots of zeros. If we would just tick one at a time consistently, even, then you know, we would start burning through warriors and XP much quicker. Yeah, I think it's going to be a while before we graduate from from the warriors. I think I'm going to be here for quite a bit. That's okay. I am enjoying the process. You might have noticed the death counter at the bottom right. Hoping that doesn't tick up too much further, but I died to a cow that I was risking against. So sometimes when we get into like little fights like this, where like both of us are low in level, I like to not be the one to eat and just kind of like play chicken with whatever I'm fighting, and it's, you know, it's fun, but, you know, in the end, sometimes you'll get burnt doing that. I did risk against a cow in the Lumbridge cow pasture, Fred the farmer's field, and yeah, it did not go well for me. That's been my one death so far, to a cow. Good thing this is not a hardcore character, which I wouldn't have risked. You know, I wouldn't have risked anything. If it was a hardcore character, I definitely would have eaten first and not let it get that low. But, you know, just kind of fun. Can't do everything the most perfect and optimized way all the time. You got to have some fun with it. Time and time again. There was a 2. That was cool. Let's see. Yep, we are very close. Yeah, one more kill. One more warrior kill, and we will hit 15 defense. Let's go. Making our way towards, right now, towards 20 combat. Overall, hope to get to 30 total combat. It's going to be a grind, but here we are. This is it. This is the grind. We are making our way there. Slowly but surely. How are y'all doing tonight? Feel free to jump into the chat and let me know how you're doing. It's pretty cool that Retro is sitting at Moss Giants, grinding out 75 melee stats to fight the KBD. I wish I was at that point right now, but I am not. I am a pipsqueak at the moment. The measly combat level of 18, just matching the guards here. And yeah, probably could not kill Delrith at the moment. Delrith is level 30. That boss fight would probably be just a touch much for us. Maybe with the advantage of food, if that's the only thing I can think of that might make it a little more even. Hey, yeah, 15 defense. Let's go. That is great. I think we'll switch to attack now. Still combat 18, which makes sense. We're going to need a few more levels before we level up combat again. But yeah, that's pretty solid. Hits still has a little more than 350. Doing all right here? Yeah, that's awesome. Great to hear that you are doing well. Hopefully your gains are going well at the moment. Combat gains all around. Everybody's gaining at the moment. If you're watching and you're not gaining, you should be. You should download the RuneScape, open RuneScape Classic client, and come join me here at the guards. Come hang out and kill warriors together. I keep saying guards. This is probably, you know, the 50th time or so that I've called these guys guards, but they are warriors. They're not even called Al-Kharid warriors, but their examine says a member of Al-Kharid's military, which is interesting. It's interesting to me that the rest of the military is not swarming on me when I'm fighting one of their military members to the death, but such is life in the world of RuneScape Classic and in a video game. No, you know, I think I actually have it like automated. I don't think I'm setting my own bitrate. Let me see if I can adjust that. I think I can. Yeah, I don't mind at all. Ryan, how is the stream coming through for you too? I would like to know. Okay. Oh, I can't change the bitrate while I'm live, apparently. Doesn't look like. I'm so sorry, Retro. That is very unfortunate. Okay, maybe I can. Let's see here. Yeah, right now can't see that setting available at the moment. Using Streamlabs right now to stream, so if anyone is familiar with that and you know how I can midstream change the bitrate, that would be cool. Yeah, no worries at all. No, I appreciate you wanting to watch the stream. That is great. This so we're going at 30 FPS. I don't have any dropped frames. Okay, there is kilobits per second. Right now it's running at like 2600 kilobits per second at the moment. So if I could drop that, yeah, I think, unfortunately, Retro, I think that because I have it set to like automatically adjust the bitrate as needed, I don't think I can adjust it. You were streaming to YouTube the other day. Here, let me pick. It says, warning, bitrate is at 4500 kilobits per second, but should be at or above 9500. So I changed it to 9500. Then YouTube said, warning, bitrate is at 9600, but it should be at 9500. Oh my gosh, that is nuts. Ooh, I need to eat. I'm not paying attention. Definitely need to eat. Yeah, that's really strange, Ryan. I'm not exactly sure what the bitrate settings should be at. I'm just kind of like letting Streamlabs manage it at the moment. And it really stinks that like the stream to retro keeps chopping. Is it choppy for you, Ryan? It would be great to know if everything is streaming choppily. My little performance window tells me that everything is going good. Oh, welcome to the stream, by the way. Thank you so much for joining. Right now, I'm just grinding out some combat XP, working my way slowly but surely towards 30 combat level, my Ironman account. Okay, so it's fine for you. Yeah, Retro, what I will play with the settings before the next stream and see if it's possible for me to lower the bitrate just a bit. Right now, it looks like it was running at around 2600 to 2700 bitrate. So, yeah, make some adjustments. And yeah, see how it goes. I am excited that you know, I switched microphones. Now I'm using the blue snowball that you can see here. And it sounds a lot better than using the headset. I'm not getting the random spikes in not getting the random spikes of volume. When I when I listened back to my recordings, it was like, you know, a little too quiet for a moment, and then suddenly it's just like wrecking your eardrums, and that's not happening anymore. So yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for watching the streams. I really appreciate it. You know, I'm just a little noob here in my fresh iron armor, killing some warriors, and I have the one, the only Retro, and the one, the only Ryan watching me. I appreciate y'all being here. For whoever just joined, Retro and Ryan in the chat are both definitely in the high scores on Open RuneScape Classic. Retro is number 6, and Ryan is somewhere around 30. He might actually be exactly a 30, which is really cool. They both got awesome accounts, and yeah, they're grinding. They're grinding. Retro is going to kill the King Black Dragon soon, and I am stoked to hear about how that goes. Said he's trying to get 75 melee stats to get there, and that, you know, that is definitely going to be a grind, but he is on top of it. I feel like that would be quite the challenge, taking on the KBD, especially solo. Let's see. So I know you can get help from someone, like, I think you can, it was mentioned before that you can have someone mage or range to help you and kind of like have a group take on the KBD at once. Or you can solo it, and yeah, it sounds challenging. Seems like combat encounters in this game, you know, just in general, can be pretty challenging. And it's super random. Like, even with good stats, like, sometimes the hits just don't work out. The dice rolls just don't work out how you want them to. So yeah, I'm sure that'll be a dangerous encounter. That's cool. That's cool. I have not met Mickey yet. I think I might have seen Mickey on the high scores, maybe? I don't think I've talked to that person in the Discord yet, but yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, you should definitely try to record it. I would love to watch you trying to kill the KBD. Maybe we'll get there someday. Theldimar here is quite a ways off from being able to take on the KBD, but you know, the first goal for this character is the Cape of Legends, and that will already be quite the challenge. But you know, after that goal comes and goes, you know, down the line, you know, 100 episodes from now, 200 episodes from now or so, who knows, we could grind out the levels for the KBD, try to kill him on the stream. 19 in overall high scores. Okay, so that is why I recognize that name. We're going to check out the preservation high scores right now. Okay, I see it. Mickey Rules, number 19 on the high scores. That's pretty solid. I feel pretty fancy because, like, I've had Retro in my streams. I've had Orbrun on the YouTube streams, which is really cool. I've had Ryan. I've had, I think Zappa has been on the stream, or maybe he talks to me in game. I can't remember which. But it's been cool having all of these you know, high level Open RuneScape Classic players hanging out. Hey Luis. Hey Luis, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Just have to shout out Luis as part of the dev team, which I believe Ryan is as well. I don't know if Retro is. I don't know, Retro, do you develop for Open RuneScape Classic as well? But I know for sure that Ryan and Luis do. I think we might have talked about it, Retro, before, so my apologies if I'm forgetting already. But yeah, shout out Open RSC team for making this possible so that we even can do this. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Someone else just joined. Appreciate you being here right now. This is an Ironman character, and I am just grinding out combat XP against some Alcarad warriors. We're getting ready for the second quest of the game, which is Demon Slayer, getting ready for the Delrith fight. He's combat level 30, and we are level 18, so I'm just guessing that he would eat me at the moment. So I am trying to get my levels up a little higher. You know, I just noticed that I mentioned I was going to switch to attack XP next, and we're still on defense. So I guess I guess we can't be quitters. I guess we need to finish out the level, just because we've already made some progress towards the next defense level. But it is what it is. We'll switch to attack XP. Nice, hoping to get weekend for some fun stuff. Yeah. Ryan and Luis are devs and admins. I'm a mod and occasional game tester. Okay, that's really cool to know. As in some pending RuneScape Classic things. That's cool. Luis, how is 2001 Scape going? Can you give us any kind of like update on 2001 Scape? Is that what you're referring to? Because that would be really cool to get an update on. I personally am super stoked to play 2001 Scape. I would love to make videos about that as well, just because I at the very least got to experience the end of RuneScape 1, and I got to experience like right when it became Classic and opened up one again. 2001 Scape, hoping to get by the spring. That is super exciting. Oh, I'll be stoked for that. That'll be cool. I'm going to try to make a character like off the break. Feels close to release. Yeah, the spring is like, it's right around the corner. We're so close to it. That is so exciting. Well, it's really cool. You can see here just from the chat that the open RSC community is really close, and that the mods and the devs really care about the game. They're all jumping into streams and each other's YouTube videos and whatnot. Everyone's getting really involved, and it's really cool. There's also a solid Discord, so just in case you're here and you're like, wow, this seems really cool. What a cool community. How can I get more involved with this? I'm going to drop some links into the chat. So first off, we've got, and I am not like I'm not like actually affiliated with OpenRSC other than just being a fan, but here's a link to Open RuneScape Classic where you can play, I think, in a browser or download a client and play. Here's a link to the fancy client that I'm using. And then here, wow, this warrior is just like messing me up. What is going on? And then here is a link to the Discord. So feel free to head over there, jump into the Discord chat. They can help you get set up. The client that I'm using just takes like one extra step to point it out at the open RSC servers as well. And yeah, they're more than happy to help. So head on over. And that is my second pitch for open RSC in this session. Always trying to shout it out whenever I can. I want the really, okay, so it's kind of selfish of me. I want to talk about OpenRSC so that more people will make accounts and more people will play it and jump into the servers. I think we've got it up to like, not at the moment, but we've had like 8 or 10 online at once recently. And I want to say like maybe 2 streams ago or in the last stream, I ran by so many people, like all these people walking around the free world. And it was really cool to see. I'd love to see more people playing and accounts, running around the game world. That would just be fun. So yeah, if you're watching and you don't have a character, go make a character and come join me over in Kharid. We can fight warriors together. But make sure to stop by the cow pen on your way over to get revenge for my 1 death. I would definitely appreciate that. Okay, let's break and eat. Yeah, this warrior somehow, I don't know how, but he must have like some hidden defense buff going on, because we just cannot smack this warrior. It's not happening. He does not want to die. And I know that when I'm like using defensive, right, I'm not going to hit as hard or as often, but I would think that it'd be a little better than this. We're getting really close to 16 defense, which is going to look a little weird to me. Because I'm OCD, I kind of like to get the levels like up in batches of 5. I don't know why. It's going to look weird having defense at 16 and then switching to attack, but that is going to be the plan. As soon as I level defense, we're going to switch over leveling attack. And yeah, hopefully we'll... I'm hoping to get combat level 19 in this session. That would be really cool. Yeah, that would be... I would feel like it's been a pretty good session. We started the session at combat level 17, so if I'm able to get to 19 within, the hour and a half or so stream, that would be solid. I feel like that's good progress. Nothing in Classic seems to come easy. It's always just a little bit of a grind, but that's okay. That's how we like it. Classic is, I feel like playing RuneScape Classic is just a little more of a hardcore experience as far as leveling goes. if you want to stop being a filthy casual, then switch over from old school or RuneScape 3 to RuneScape Classic. I actually play RuneScape 3 all the time. Currently working on some 99s at the moment, trying to get maxed slowly but surely, and that would just take so long on RuneScape Classic. Like, getting to max level would just be a ridiculous time investment, given the best XP rates that you can get in certain skills. If I remember correctly, I mean that's just a very significant time investment. I hope to see someone do it though. Orbrun might do it. Who knows? Orbrun is like far out in front on the high scores. She has a total level of 1475 with 60. Oh, I'm so sorry. I just hit refresh and now she's 1476. She is grinding as we speak, making her way towards the 70 million XP mark, which is nuts. We'll definitely be keeping up with her progress as I make my way towards. I just want to kill Delrith, man. That's what I'm here for right now. I want to move through the quests. The goal of this series is to work through the story content of RuneScape Classic, and there is a significant level of grinding required to get the levels you need to play through those quests. And yeah, that's what we're working on at the moment. But it's going to be cool. You're going to watch, and you're going to see all of these combat streams over and over again. Maybe in different areas, maybe just chilling here at Kharid for a while. But either way, at some point, we're going to get to a level where we can fight Delrith. And then, yeah, I'm going to go on a spree of like 9 or 10 quests in a row. Back to back to back. And I think that'll be really fun. The next 2 issues that I foresee stalling progress through just grinding quests directly. Yeah, Orb is super dedicated to RuneScape Classic. I can totally see it. It looks like she's online all the time. And it's really cool. I mean, just the numbers that she's been able to put up are quite impressive. There's one other person just ticked over 60 million XP. Let's see, is there anyone else? Yeah, no one else even comes close. So there's one person just over 60 million. There's another person at 55 million XP. That's Zappa. And then Orbrun is about to hit 70 million. She will be the first person to hit 70 million XP on the open RSC servers. And these servers are what? Like, not even 4 years old? Is that right? Can someone give me like a time check? I want to say that it's been more than 3 years, but not 4 years since open RSC launched. Yeah, that is an insane amount of progress in such a relatively small time window. Compared to in other games, like in RuneScape 3, you can probably max in like since August of 2018, so 19, 20, 21. So in August it'll be 4 years old. That's really cool. That is a pretty cool milestone to hit. Wow, 4 years of Open RuneScape Classic in August. That's so crazy. I feel like it was just yesterday that the servers were shutting down, and I was on my Orb started like somewhere in 2019. So Orb hasn't even had the chance to so Orb didn't even play from the very beginning. That is also surprising to me. Man, that's like an intense level of gains. Wow. Yeah, you're blowing my mind there, Luis. It's impressive. That's impressive dedication. Wow. I want to see, I want to know how many 99s that Orbrun has, if any. Does anyone have 99s on the server yet? I would feel like with a total level of 1476 that Orb probably has to have a 99 in something. But I guess not necessarily. It's just really impressive. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Welcome. Right now, I'm grinding combat XP here at the Kharid Warriors on my Ironman account, trying to get prepped for the Delrith fight in the Demon Slayer quest. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. Feel free to jump in the chat. Right now, we're discussing Orbrun, who is the legendary #1 spot atop the leaderboards on the RSC preservation leaderboards. And she's about to hit 70 million XP, which is just astronomical. so cool to watch. Yeah, now you know, since I've made my account, this new like Ironman account, I've been watching the high scores and people's like levels and XPs change, and it's been really cool to see. You've got Retro at number 6. You've got Ryan at number 30. You've got Luis actually at number 22. Luis, looks like is that you, Luis 23? If that's you, it looks like you're getting close to 1,000 total level, which I feel like is going to be a pretty epic milestone. Orb has 99 fire making and thieving. And Retro, you might actually have already told me that before, so sorry if I'm making you say the same things, you know, 2 or 3 times. But yeah, that is extraordinarily impressive. Yeah, Luis, that is epic. Solid job getting to that point. Also being a developer and playing the game so much, that's, you know, that's pretty crazy as well. I feel like if you were spending so much time developing it that you might spend less time. It's a 1,000 level that has taken a bit. That's so funny. Yeah, the grind in Classic is real. So seeing y'all all at these like really high level marks with these really high goals, it's so crazy. Just like how many hours and hours of time it takes to hit those goals. It's really cool that you're doing it too. Yeah, I'm trying to get maxed in RuneScape 3 right now, and it's taking time there, and that's the easiest one. You know, that's the easiest one to get 99s in. And it's still a grind. Like, a 99 doesn't come easy in RuneScape in general. To do that in Classic is nuts. And 1,000 total level, that is going to be a huge milestone. We are a fifth of the way there as far as numbers go, but that is, of course, a very unrealistic assessment, because roughly every 7 levels, I believe, you double the amount of XP required to reach that level. For instance, 27 should be roughly double the XP required for 20. And that's not the XP between levels, but the total XP at the point of hitting the level. So that is why I think 92 is halfway to 99, which is just insane. If you don't play RuneScape, if you're here on a RuneScape Classic stream, I'm going to guess that you already play RuneScape. It's possible that you don't, but most people here probably have played RuneScape before and already know that little tidbit and fun fact, but it just shows you how exponential the curve is, how difficult the grind is. In Classic specifically, I feel like where they didn't have content all the way through, you know, like the high levels for skilling. Trying to think of what 92 is halfway of 99, and 113 is a halfway of 120. Yeah, that's nuts as well. So like if you're on RS3, if you're trying to level your, like, I want to say like Herblore goes to 120, Farming goes to 120, maybe Slayer, Dungeoneering I know goes to 120. So 113 is halfway there. That is just nuts. But yeah, in Classic, because there's not content like as high leveled as in, you know, future games, they didn't put out ways to skill up to 99 for most of the skills. Probably all of the skills. There's probably no skill truly with high level content other than maybe combat, but that's even doubtful if I'm being honest. So grinding out a 99 just takes an extra amount of time, just because the fastest XP rates are more than likely far inadequate, pale in comparison. Smithing goes to 99. Okay. But that's a good point, content-wise. Yes, because what is it, like 99 to smith the rune plate body? I think. Yeah, I could be wrong, but maybe it's 98. I don't know whether it's 98 or 99. But yeah, that's a very good point, Luis. Yeah, so smithing you can take it all the way to 99. Cooking goes up to 99. That's interesting. What are some high-level foods in Classic? I love having y'all on because I love the tidbits. I love just like learning little fun facts about the game, and these guys know a lot about Classic. Somewhere in 92. That's really cool. I mean, that makes it much more doable. If you have content that reaches up into the 90s, then I feel like a 99 is still hard. Obviously, it's still going to take a ton of time, but it's way better than only having content up to 94 for not burning shark. That's cool. Wow, so I guess shark would be like a really high level cooking item in classic. With gauntlets. With like cooking gauntlets that you get from a quest, I think. Is that right? Manta ray and sea turtle are in classic? Wow, I would have thought that that would be a later RuneScape. Manta ray is 91 or 92. Wow. So you can fish for manta rays in classic. That's super interesting. See, I never had my levels high enough to do any of that in the RS1 era, so most of my memory comes from like the RS2 days and now like RS3. That's the majority of my time grinding up to higher levels. I'm just now like I'm about to hit base 90s in RuneScape 3 with like 599s working on 99 number like 6 and 7. So yeah, definitely have more knowledge over there with high level content than here. That's really cool. Can you give me fishing trawler in classic is bad? LOL. Oh, that's so funny. That would be kind of funny to try out. Looks like it was 91 for Manta Ray. That is really cool. So you can, I guess that's cooking, right? You mentioned so cooking at 91. I imagine that it would probably be there'd probably be quite a bit of content for fishing then as well. That was your stopping point in Jagex RuneScape Classic for cooking. Okay, yeah, that's really cool. That makes sense. Do you have an example of a skill that does not have very high level content? Like, what's a skill that just doesn't have a really good high level way to gain XP? You know, where the content stops lower than 90. But that'd be really interesting to know. Like, what skill has the lowest like cap in content? Be fun to know. I feel like that kind of a skill would be a little pretty difficult to grind. Okay, hit 16 defense. We just did a moment ago, and now I'm going to switch to attack. That is awesome. Fire making. Fire making doesn't have as much content. Interesting. And that's the one that Orb has? It's just train for the because. Yeah, because it doesn't really do anything other than like you can cook on it, but you can cook on a log. Orb has 99 fire making. Can't even burn logs other than normal? No way. You're not about to tell me that you can't burn logs other than normal. Fire making scales. This is super interesting. Definitely blow my mind with these mechanics. How does this work? How does this RSC fire making work? So I can't burn any logs other than normal logs. So like if I do higher level logs, then it's for fletching, not for fire making. Wow. So you're saying that Orb burnt normal logs to 99 fire making? That is so nuts. That is so beyond nuts. Orb has 99 fire making. You can only burn normal logs. So was that the training method then, I guess? Like you just burn normal logs to 99? That's nuts. How many thousands and thousands and thousands of logs is that? Oh my gosh. That is I don't know why I unequipped my shield. I wonder how long that's been there for. That's insane. I love all these fun facts. I really appreciate them. And thank you all for being on the stream with me today, just watching a noob. It's honestly one of the easier skills to train. The XP scales pretty reasonably, at least for RSC. Also, agility is a bit trained for good level for the cause. Jebram did it on Jagex RuneScape Classic. That's cool. I don't know that I know who Jebram is. Is he or she also on the high scores? Check that out. Or is that a person that maybe played Classic there but doesn't play here? have to look that up. Super interesting. Yeah, definitely appreciate y'all being on the stream with me, just watching this noob make his way up in combat level. I'm gonna go and get some more food. We're almost out. We're almost out of food. We're gonna have to go do a like a fishing trip or a cow trip or something. Only plays Jagex servers. Okay, that's cool to know. Yeah, it's sad probably how many people like suddenly jumped on to play RuneScape Classic like when the game was disappearing, and then like how many of them, you know, have finally made their way over to the preservation server, like the private server community. Like, it would just be really cool if all the people that like hopped on to play Classic before it disappeared decided they were going to move over to the private server world and play Classic there, keep it alive. And it may just be that like more people are playing on servers with added content, like me being on preservation, you know, like, what am I trying to bank? I'm trying to bank these herbs. Wow, all different kinds of herbs. Are they really all a different kind of herb that I'm getting dropped? Will unidentified herbs, if they're the same kind of herb, will they like stack? Because I have these all at once so far. That's super interesting. This out. Ryan says, that was me. I started seriously playing at the beginning of 2018 or late 2017. They announced they're going to close it a few months after I started playing. That is really sad. That's crazy that you, some people that play Jagex RuneScape fear what would happen with their account. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Like if the database were to crash or something and your account would like disappear. I mean, that's easy enough to prevent with like backups and whatnot, but I guess they just have to trust that you're like willing to manage their account data like properly. Yeah, that's really interesting. I can see why people would get would be nervous about that. Yeah, Ryan says you started. Yeah, they announced you're going to close a few months after you started playing. That is really sad that you were like just getting into the community in the game, and then they announced it was going to close. I had a classic account forever, and I like did a few of the starting, you know, the low level quests, and like I think I had base like 10s and was working like base 20s, so you know, not a very high account. I just kind of like jumped on, talks to people, like played on and off, really casually. I didn't grind it because I just kind of assumed it would always be there. I was really focused on my RS3 goals, and then when they announced that Classic was shutting down, I also jumped into heavy grinding it, and I made a YouTube series where I was trying to get as far as I could through the quests in the game, and yeah, that was that, you know, I wasn't able to get to the Legends quest before the server shut down, and my YouTube series just like cuts off abruptly. It's really sad. You know, I really had a lot of fun playing that. The official servers were awesome. It was so sad when they shut it down, but yeah, I had the YouTube series where I was trying to grind it out, but like it's a time investment. Like you can't just, I don't know what the minimum amount of time is to go from like 0 to hero with the Cape of Legends. But like I didn't think I could do it in just the like whatever months that I had, especially because I was, you know, I was in my undergrad still, and you know, life, like work, school, grinding RuneScape, it was hard. And then spending the time editing and stuff. Like right now, like I don't edit these videos, you know, I'm just streaming live, and y'all are here chatting with me, just having a good time, and I put these just like raw onto YouTube, and it's way easier now. But back then I would spend time editing, and that took a lot of time too. It wasn't expected. The announcement of 2018 in 3 months to make best use of it was very little. Yeah, I really felt like that was a, I feel like that is probably my least favorite thing, especially when it also came to them closing Fun Orb. Yeah, that was like, you know, probably my least favorite thing that Jagex has done is close the classic servers. When I know it's like a security risk, I think was like the quoted issue, but I mean, it really just felt like such a minimal amount of resources to keep the game running. Like, literally, like RSC, Open RSC is completely free. Like, the devs don't even take money like at all. Even if you want to tip them, they won't take your money. There's no Patreon where you can go and like support the dev team, and they maintain these servers. And like, you know, it's effort, it's time, it's money, like to keep the servers going. But like, obviously, a massive gaming company like Jagex, you know, they could afford to keep the classic servers running. So it was really sad when they shut down. So I have a question for y'all. To all of my the real issue was distinct from the quoted issue. Interesting. Elaborate, Luis. I would love to hear your take on it, because I'm sure you have done a much deeper dive into this than I have. I think we would all benefit from your wisdom here. Definitely feel free to elaborate on your thoughts there. I already forgot what my question was for y'all. Oh, the GDPR law regulation. Interesting. I remember that being a thing around that time. So how did that law affect Classic? That's super interesting to think about. I'm gonna have to look up. I'm gonna attack another warrior. Just gonna do a quick Google search to remind me what that was about. General Data Protection Regulation. European Union law on data protection and privacy. Didn't Brexit happen? Is like England even in the European Union anymore? Can we get RSC official servers back? Needed to have some JMod assigned to monitor and maybe do the system upgrades. Okay. Was deemed cost prohibitive. Okay, so like before, they literally just had the servers going and had like zero maintenance. And now, at that point, they would have had to have someone assigned to it. Okay, that makes sense. So they just didn't want to pay the salary of a person to have to deal with it, because it is definitely much more expensive when you're dealing with a person. Yeah, zero maintenance. Yeah. Yeah, because like people would talk in the forums and stuff about bugs, I remember. And you know, Jagex mentioned repeatedly that they're not there to fix the bugs in Classic. That it's literally just there, and if you want to play it, you can play it. Kind of like a take it as it is, as you mentioned. That makes sense. It would be interesting to think about now, like if the laws are different, and I don't think that they're ever going to bring Classic back, but if England is not, a prayer level, let's go. Prayer, combat level 19. Whoop 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 whoop. Check it out. Combat 19 on the stream. Started from 17. Let's go. Is hits gonna hit? Yeah, we're gonna hit 20 hits soon. We're gonna hit 16 attacks soon. We are just climbing our way towards 20 combat level. The grind continues. Keep rolling through guards. Anyway, how zero maintenance are the RSC preservation servers for y'all? I'm curious. Like, I know you do new stuff for Cabbage and you like to do fixes and whatnot, but like, if you just were gonna let the game sit, like, I guess like, you know, if you weren't going to do any fixes or any added development, it's literally just the cost of energy, right, to keep the servers running. I don't know, maybe because it's like possibly like personal machines and stuff, maybe like house issues like power outages and stuff, if you're just like hosting it from a home somewhere. But for Jagex, it wouldn't have been a big deal, other than I guess the person. That all makes sense, Luis. Because it was confusing to me why something zero maintenance was getting shut down. But if they needed to have a dedicated person, I mean, like, I don't like it, but I can see why they did that. It would have been cool just to have like some person like have just like a really small like weekly check or something. I don't know what the law requires. Yeah, that's really good to hear. I'm glad that it's not an expensive endeavor, especially since y'all don't take donations. Hey, I think we're 1 kill away from an attack level. That is exciting. Thank you all for being on the stream today. I really appreciate y'all joining me. Marwolf hosts all the servers. Is okay, here's just another question. Does is Marwolf's name like the inspiration for the logo? Because that was like my guess and or assumption, but I don't know that that's like a fact. That's cool that Marwolf hosts the servers. The logo is sick, by the way. This open RSC logo with the wolf howling. I love it. That's so cool. It definitely makes me think like, I know summoning isn't in the game, but like gives me summoning vibes, or like White Wolf Mountain, you know. Pretty cool. Man, I feel like we're doing really good against warriors right now. Probably getting close to running out of food, but Marwolf is one of the co-founders of the server. That's really cool. I knew that Marwolf had some large role in Open RSC, but yeah, it's not immediately clear to me, you know, who's like in charge of what or who did what. I wonder there might be like an about me or something that I could read. It would be cool to like know more about like the history of the server. I don't know. It's really fun for me. I'm happy that y'all like invest the time into the game so that we can play. They had started working on it like 1 month before RSC closed to try to make the server be in better shape. That's crazy. 1 month before RuneScape Classic closed, they're like trying to put together this this authentic experience. So August 2018, I guess that's when the servers would have gone down. Old private servers were very far from game behaviors, right? Because I want to say that like Revolution was like the one that I remembered from that time period, and I know that they're still like around and stuff, but like I know it's a very different experience than Classic. It's not. I mean, it's, you know, it's cool adding new features and stuff, but like if you wanted to play the authentic game, that was not. That's not where it was at. Yeah, that's really cool. Really cool to hear about. All right, so we have 16 attack. We need like 300-ish XP, 400-ish XP to get to the next level. Combat 19, skill total 211. For custom experience, prefer cabbage. Yeah, so I was who was it? I want to say Ryan was telling me about cabbage. Like that server has like extra skills, right? And like maybe extra quests. Rev is like its own, a bit far from. Yeah. Rev does feel like, just from my like limited experience, looking around at RSC Revolution, it looks like a totally, yeah, almost like a, you know, you just kind of took the same game engine and ran with it. Just like a very very different experience. That's cool. Let's see. Hey, it's got the project information and stuff. Okay, that is very cool. Oh, it's got a big thank you. Okay, so like yeah, like you've got Phoenix, Marwolf, Luis, Ange, Log. Those are people I see your names all the time. And I'm probably saying Ange wrong. Ange, I'm not exactly sure how that's pronounced, but that is really cool. You've got all the names down the list. Oh, you've got Retro on there. There's Ryan. Yeah, so like all these people, these are all big names. Rick IBM. I wonder if that's like oh no. I actually don't know. Is there a Mickey in here for like Mickey rules? Orbrun. There's a thank you to Orbrun. That's really cool. Wow, yeah, thank you for that link. That is very cool. This is where I need to go to get involved in helping. I need to start like looking through this and just kind of see. I'm also a software engineer. And I have not worked on open source before, which like I hate that I haven't. And I feel like this would be a really cool, kind of like meaningful project for me to help with. If I could just like, you know, look around at things and get spun up. on maybe doing small things to start with, like whatever needs fixing or whatnot. My software engineering role right now, I just started a new job, a new position in the same company at the beginning of the month, and I'm working on flight software for missile defense satellites right now. And that is really cool because like my studies at school are like software for embedded systems, and that's kind of like where I'm focusing on at the moment. Like, how can I pull the most performance out of my hardware, given its giving its specifications that I can't control. Like onboard flight hardware, has limitations. How can I optimize like, how to spin the cycles in the best way possible? Reduce extra effort, all that good stuff. Make your programs more algorithmically sound. The kind of stuff that I'm working on right now. Hey, what's up, Zach? Welcome to the stream. I'm just hanging out here at the Kharid Warriors. Working on my combat level. Started at combat level 17. Just hit 19 recently. Let's go. Super stoked about that. Currently sending my attack towards 20. But yeah, that is what I'm up to. That is awesome that you're going to play Hell Let Loose. Hell Let Loose is a really, really cool game. I watched Zach the other day. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate it. We've also had a bunch of cool developers for this private server in the chat, kind of talking about its history and answering some questions about it, which has been really fun for me. Yeah, we've got several of the like key developers on here right now watching, which is super fun. Have fun at Hell Let Loose, though. The other day, I just have to tell the story. I was watching Zach play Hell Let Loose, and they had this crazy moment where Zach was like the gunner in a tank, and they accidentally burst into a clearing of like 30 infantry or something, and just like unloaded, like wiping out infantry on the other team, but got stuck backing out, and like the tank had this like crazy glitching thing where Zach was like, his gun was pointed like straight down at the ground, and people were swarming, and he was just like pulling the trigger, firing at the ground, and still getting kills, and it was nuts. They like, I don't know, they killed another tank just almost on accident because the scope just so happened to sweep across it. They were like going up and over this bump trying to back out of there. That was nuts. Seems like a really fun game. I enjoyed watching it. When I finally get off, when I get off this stream, Zach, I will hop over to watch yours. Hopefully that goes well for you, and I hope to get the game soon too, so I can put some time in. Yeah, that definitely was a wild ride. Y'all's audio just killed me. They were freaking out. I mean, like, one of them's like, Zach's like, back it up, get me out of here, and the other's like, shoot. It was nuts. They were freaking out. So fun, a fun experience, but we're also having a grand time over here on Open RuneScape Classic, working on that combat XP. I'm sad because this is a random thing to be sad about. Be on for like 2 hours. Yeah, I probably will not be streaming for another full 2 hours. Highly doubt that. I do have to, at some point, I'll have to get off and do some additional like dev work that I've got to get done today for work. Unfortunately, can't just play all day. I would love to just like, last weekend I grinded like 3 of these sessions in one day and then 2 the next. So like I played like 8 hours or so of Open RuneScape Classic in 2 days. That was honestly really fun. I hope to just hope to have more long days where I can grind out more than one session on Twitch and then kind of like line them up on YouTube to come out daily. That's the plan. That was so much fun, but yeah, unfortunately today I have to keep programming. But this is my last work day of the week. I work 4/10s, so on Thursday, when I finish all of my work, I'm done for the week, and that is pretty exciting. So I'll probably have a classic-filled weekend, is the hope. Yeah, if y'all want to keep watching me, when I was able to grind, when one is able to grind on RuneScape Classic, feels like 2001 to 4. Oh, okay, I don't know why my brain is freaking out. Trying to read this. 1 second. Let me heal up so I don't get killed again on the stream. I don't want that death counter to get to 2. Okay. When one is able to grind on RuneScape Classic, feels like 2001 to 2004 to me when you had so much time availability. Okay. So back in those days, you had like the time to grind, and now you feel like you don't. Yeah, like getting the time, to play games is definitely hard. But I'm not in school at the moment. My school is about to start again. Um, actually, whoops. For the past like 2.5 years now, I've been in like grad school doing like computer science, and I finished all of my classes for a master's degree. Now I just have a thesis, which is like a research paper I have to write, and it's like prep for a PhD. And while it's effort on my time. It's not like I don't know, like taking actual classes, having to go to the class, having to do all of your online lectures, having to do all the assignments and everything, working with other people is a lot of time and effort. For thesis, like I meet with my professor like once a week. We talk about like my research, and on my own, when I feel like it, I read research papers and write about it. Junior high back then was just video games and soccer, basketball. Yeah, I totally feel that. Ugh, I miss all the time that I got to spend gaming back in junior high and high school. It all went away in like college, I feel like, and then like getting like a real job um definitely changes things as well. But RS1 and some original Xbox. Yeah, I have the original Xbox. Some of the RSC replays used to make server authentic are from Luis, if I remember correctly. That's really cool. So you had replays that they got to use to try to make the server more authentic. That is really cool. It's like the golden days. I feel like that's why back when we played real RuneScape Classic, yeah, like the official servers. That is really cool. I feel like a lot of the reason people play Classic is just to like get that nostalgic experience back. And I have to say that like I did not spend tried my best to make distinct replays. Yeah, I believe it. I know that you I'm sure that you probably tried to optimize that, to try to get replays of as many different things as possible so that the server could benefit from it. Was lucky and had good availability in those 3 months. That's cool. So you could kind of like try to figure out what information was missing and then go do that. Like you were able to go kind of like pick and choose what you wanted to do. Try to like gather as much information as possible. For anyone watching that does not know, this team made this client RSC Plus, which I believe originally was just like a fancy client for the official Jagex servers. But once the announcement, yeah, I'm sure 3 months is not enough time to play the entire game of RuneScape. I mean, that's for sure. I believe it. I'm sure it was really hard to get all the information that you can. But this Plus client, if I'm recalling the story right, was adapted to gather information, focused most on quest branches that aren't a happy path. Oh, because people like tend to make happy choices. You needed to like pick every choice possible so that you could see what the available choices were in the authentic server. That is super interesting. Yeah, this RSC Plus client was converted to like when you would play the game, it would store like a copy of the session you played. The people can watch it back as a replay, and then they use these replays as like evidence to understand how authentic really functioned. And there's a whole RSC preservation like Discord where they go hard, like discussing the finer details of RuneScape Classic. I think it is so cool to scroll back and just read through the conversations and see how the process works. It's really fun. Luis says, mini quests, verifying skill actions and experiences and such. Every choice when dialogue changed, scenarios, etc. Yeah, that's a lot. And 3 months was definitely not enough time to capture all of it. It would have been really cool if like you had more time and maybe a larger army of people could be assembled to kind of like programmatically go through and record everything possible. Still though, like, I don't know, RuneScape just takes time to play. Like, if you want to make it through the game, you have to invest large amounts of time, and it's limited by the time that you can invest in real life. I don't know, that would just be really hard. It seems like an extremely unique experience. Like, I don't know, sadly not everyone was aware of RSC Plus back at the time. Okay, so here's the thing. I remember reading about RSC Plus like like right before the servers shut down. Like my first time, the way that that it could preserve the game experience. Like I had no idea. I had no idea until right before the servers ended that RSC Plus was a thing and that people were trying to like collect information. And I actually got it. This is probably going to be sad. I got it set up. I got RSC Plus set up on a laptop that I don't have anymore, and I have like, I don't know, like I want to say like a solid like weekend of grinding for like 2.5 days straight, and it was like just like getting herb drops. I want to think is what I was doing. I want to say it was like a lot of time spent in the Taverlia dungeons. Wasn't announced that much since Jagex wasn't strictly okay with it. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. But I did get replays that I was never able to submit on a laptop that I don't have anymore, and it's possible that they might be in cloud storage. So if I'm ever able to find those again, then I'll definitely send them the team's way. But I do remember getting RSC Plus set up for the first time on the official servers in 2018, probably in August, honestly. Oh, Mod Osborne said it doesn't seem bad, but couldn't answer that query. That's a pretty good answer. Kind of like, I can't like legally tell you, or like, not legally, but like, for my job, I can't tell you that you can go do that, but, it doesn't seem bad. That's cool. That's cool that you got a response at all. Like, even just like a doesn't seem bad. That's pretty cool, to get. I feel like that's more than one would expect. I don't know how other private servers go, but I feel like this, like for other games, but I feel like this is a pretty unique experience. Like, I don't know, like for like a WoW or an EverQuest private server, like the game is still going. And yeah, you can like revert it back to an older form, but like, I don't know. Classic, like, literally is a different game than RS2. Like, the engine and everything is just so completely different. It's crazy that there is no official version. Is that a hits level and an attack level? Let's go. That is awesome. We're actually probably, making good progress towards Combat 20. How many? Is that 3 levels since we hit 19, or is it 2 levels? I don't know. We gotta be working our way towards 20. I probably should not have started this fight without eating, but yeah, I just feel like this particular project, having warning that the official servers were shutting down, throwing together this like thing to gather replays and like rebuilding from that is so unique. Like, I don't know. I feel like that there probably aren't many other I feel like there aren't many other projects that have gone through a similar kind of like experience at the onset. I'm sure that was a wild time for everyone, trying to get involved and make it happen. It's really cool. I think it's a really cool project. It's, one of my favorite projects on the internet, to be sure. I think you guys are all awesome for all the effort that you put in. Make this what it is now, and now it's just here. It's set up. We can play it. What they call it, y'all call it 98% authentic, right? And I mean, to me, like if there are like little minor differences between this and authentic, I'm sure they aren't like big enough to really like hinder the experience from being authentic too much. Like I feel like this feels like I'm just playing RuneScape Classic, which is the goal, and I'm so stoked about it. Because I was never able to get the Cape of Legends in the RS1 era. By the time I got the Cape of Legends, it was deep into the RS2 era, and this will be just like a really fun deal for me. It's going to be really fun. I am excited to work my way through it. I'm really stoked to get to the point where I feel like I can kill Delrith, that I can start grinding quests left and right. Oh, I just forgot. I was mentioning earlier that I was planning on running through quests as soon as I hit a certain combat level. And I'm going to be playing the quests in the order that they released. Reminds me I should do the final 2 quests on my list soon. Retro, what are the final 2 quests on your list? I am curious to know. How many people in the chat have a Cape of Legends? How often is it that people on the Open RSC server actually go through and like finish Legends quest? Like, have many people done it? Watchtower and Legends. That's cool. That is really cool. Yeah. I wonder, I'm just, yeah, curious how many people can sport a Cape of Legends in the game. Is that like, I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty challenging goal, like stepping through all of the quests again. I mean, especially like for me, like not using a guide, I know it's going to be challenging. I know y'all are gonna laugh when I'm doing like I think one mentioned before was like the Ernest the Chicken puzzle. Should be an interesting experience. Okay, we're really close. Low in health with no food, but we can do it. We're gonna risk it. Yeah, let's go. How many more kills? 6 more kills to the next level. Yep, this combat XP is moving along quickly. The next 2 quests that I can that I think might be a challenge for me. We won the Shield of Arav, however you pronounce that. I'm interested in knowing how difficult it'll be to find a partner to do the Shield of Arav with me. I think my own main account has not done it, so possibly I could like do it with myself if I need to. But I feel like it'd be really fun to find somebody else to do it with. Ooh, we are out of shrimp. And I need to make the trip over to gather more. Actually, I think maybe I'll go to the cows. And yeah, I think that's what I'll do. I think I'm gonna go to the cows and gather meat from there just so I can keep getting combat XP while we work on this. Yeah, Shield of Arav will be interesting trying to find a partner. And then the next one after that I'm curious about is the Black Knight's Fortress. I don't know if I actually have to. It was Mod Balance that had replied back in the day. That's still really cool. Again, that the team got a reply at all. That's pretty fun. Ooh, a link. Let's go. Following the link. RSC, the Enhanced RuneScape Classic client. The 150 upvotes. That's really cool. We get a comment from Jagex using this client. Mod balance. I won't comment on this client specifically, but please keep in mind that any clients which interacts with the game to give you any kind of gameplay advantage not permitted. Changing the appearance wouldn't be against the rules, but if the client allows you to interact with the game in any way which wasn't intended, then it would not be allowed under the game rules. The creator has posted the source code, but you use this at your own risk. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, that's a pretty fair assessment, I guess, from a dev because they don't know. Oh, okay. I just read it out loud. I read it from the Reddit, and you got it in the chat. So yeah, thanks for including that here. Lots of good, fun conversations going on right now. Oh, did I already do that? Yeah, I don't have the level for it. Lots of fun conversations about the history of Classic. This has been a really fun session for me. Having everybody on, especially having like Luis, Ryan, Retro, everyone that's giving some background and history. Why can I not see the herb with 1? There it is. I don't know why, but sometimes like when I'm looking at this bank, I just can't see where things are, and it drives me nuts. Yeah, we're not gonna go fishing. We're gonna go to cows. I want to be able to chop trees and cook it. Do I need anything else? I've got my sleeping bag. Ooh, I need money. Ooh, I need money because I gotta pay to get over there. Yep. Do I have money? Yeah, thanks again for posting that quote into the chat, Luis, for everyone to see. That is a very interesting one. A little piece of open RuneScape Classic history. More specifically, the RSC Plus client history. Alright, coins are out. We have 21 trips across the border. We can make money now off crafting the hides. I can sell the leather armors that we make, so that's good at the very least to try to like recoup that money. Yeah, once I get to Black Knight's Fortress, even if I'm combat 30, they'll be combat 46, so might have to do a little more grinding to make it through, but I don't know if you actually have to fight a Black Knight or not, or if you just like walk around in the fortress. I don't know. Maybe we'll give it a shot and find out. But those are the next challenges that I am foreseeing on our way to the Legends Cape. Retro, that is really cool that you're like so close to so close to finishing all the quests in the game, right? Like so you've done all of the quests except for Watchtower and Legends. So that is really cool. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's just like such an accomplishment working through these quests because they're not easy. They're not easy at all. They're old, but like some of the puzzles are challenging, and like knowing where to go and what to do can be hard, especially if you don't look it up. Hey, it looks like a Beast Fable has logged in. That's fun. Okay, let's kill some cows. We're back. Thought we were done with the cow pen. Not quite yet. We're gonna gather some meat from here. Did that cow really hit me for a 1? I thought at this point that he just like wouldn't even be affecting me. I guess 16 strength isn't like, you know, that high, but I can't believe that cow just like poked me for a 1 right off the bat. Not too cash money of you, cow. Yeah, we're killing these like night and day faster than we did before. I keep saying we as if it's like, you know, not just me playing. It's we because it's like me and all of y'all on the stream, which thank you so much for watching again. I know that I'm just hanging out here, killing some warriors, killing some cows, trying to get some XP gains, and y'all are here chatting with me, and it's a lot of fun. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, we is like me and all of you. And then there's like some people on YouTube that after the fact, so, you know, I record these on Twitch, I put them over on YouTube, and they come out once a day. There are people over on YouTube that like do live chat during the when they premiere, you know, they talk in the live chat too. So shout out to, I think it's Personius and Beast Fable are usually the ones that like jump into the chat, and that's Sharatix is the account he's grinding right now. He said he has like 12 different accounts on RSC, which is crazy to me. Like, I guess he has just different ideas for like the stats he wants or the goals he wants to do. So that's fun. I know Beast Fable has I'm pretty sure he generated replays as well for the RSC Plus client when RuneScape Classic was ending. I think there are some clips of him like grinding combat in different places. I think I've seen. So yeah, Beast Fable has also contributed, which is pretty fun. Pretty cool to see. Yeah, this is so much faster. It's also faster than like fishing was going for me too, because I started from level 1 fishing, and oh my gosh, I did not realize. If you've watched the stream, you know, if you watch the YouTube videos, then you'll see it coming soon. Or actually, I think we've already passed that point, but I don't know. I can't remember. Whatever the case, I did not realize how incredibly slow fishing is at first. I was fishing for shrimp, and I kid you not, I would get like 20 actions in a row with fails on trying to catch a shrimp. Like, it's just a shrimp. That's all it is. It's just a shrimp. I remember getting the "you've been standing here for 5 minutes" message with only having like 4 or 5 shrimps in my bag. And being like, holy smokes, am I going to spend half an hour per load? But eventually it changed. You know, obviously, like, now I'm fishing 11. It only takes me like, you know, 7 minutes to get a load of shrimp, but my lord, was that nuts. I just can't believe sometimes how like aggressive the fail messages are when you're first grinding a skill. It's so like humorous to me. Like RuneScape Classic really makes you feel like you've earned something once you get to the point where you can just like, you know, roll through training something without like failing over and over. It's really a cool feeling. It's a cool feeling getting to that point after investing the time and effort to get out of that like level 1 zone where you can't do anything like that. Like, fishing is slow but feels more of an accomplishment versus like mining. Yeah, definitely. Fishing definitely feels like an accomplishment. I agree. I have a 99 fishing and mining in RuneScape 3. Fun fact, 2 of my favorite skills. And okay, Luis, can you confirm the rumor that I read that in 2001 Scape you'll have to click on the rod and then click on the fishing spot? Is that true? You've got it from the source right here with Luis. He's the person to talk to about this. Right now I can just click directly on the spot and just have the net in my inventory over and over again, but I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, that I read that in 2001 Scape, you have to click on the fishing implement and then click on the patch. Look at, I only burnt 1 meat that time. That's incredible. What is my cooking? 25? Yeah, that's good stuff. Oh my gosh, yeah, first try. I don't know why I got another logs, just for fun. Guess we'll light that one too. No one told me I couldn't. All right. Yeah, let's keep killing cows, trying to save up food. Saw the message on the live stream, lol. That's cool. Watch for the feathers. So, oh yeah, it's the global. Saw the message in the live stream. That's so funny. Oh, you know, that's funny because I haven't even told Rage Racer that I'm streaming. I don't know if he's on the Discord or anything, but I've talked to him and stuff. I'm trying to not tell people that I'm streaming, like when I just meet them in the wild, because I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm streaming, go like check out my channel. You know, on the one hand, it's like, you know, you want to send people to your channel so that they'll watch. On the other hand, I'm perfectly content with like having like 5 people here watching right now. Blows my mind. It's so cool. I really appreciate y'all being here. If I just have like 2 to 5 people in my streams, like I'm more than happy with that. I have no necessarily like ambition to have like hundreds or thousands of people watching my streams. This is something that I do for fun. Only for fun, so it's kind of cool. I don't know, when I meet people, to not tell them that that I'm streaming. I don't know, it's kind of cool. Maybe later, you know, then if you see it, like Rage, for instance, if he watched any of my streams in the future, then he'll see, you know, that like he's on almost all of them, chatting constantly. So it's kind of fun. Yeah, we got an attack level on cows. Let's go. Combat 20! Yes, we did it! We did it! We hit 20 on the stream today. Let's go. I am so excited. Do I have room for one more cow kill? I guess let's see if this burns or not. Let's drop that. Let's see if this meat will be the decider. Let's go. 20 combat level on the stream. We are 2/3 of the way to 30. I mean, not technically when you realize that you started from 3 instead of from 1, but still, I am excited. And a fire making level to end it off. Okay, let's put this on the fire. Okay, burnt the meat. Perfect. That means that I can kill one more cow. Okay, now while I'm fighting this cow, let's check out where we are at the leaderboard. So skill level jumps to 216 in the session. I'm going to check out the high scores and see where we're at. Okay, so I was working my way to 225 right now, and really I'm working my way to beating my main. So I'm trying to surpass my main on the high score tables. Right now, Theldimar, okay, am I at 216? Yeah, 216. We are rank 244. That's nuts. The people around me all have like hundreds of thousands of XP. That's nuts. Like Zeres is 1 spot in front of me. Total level 220, has 580k XP. Probably grinded particular skills, is what I'm guessing. Let's go ahead and use this on the fire before it burns out. I only have 46k XP. But, you know, I'm kind of like evenly distributing my progress across, you know, a smaller number of skills. I've almost got all skills at base 10, which is pretty exciting. Let's see where we're at. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, none of those, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that right? 11 skills at 10 or more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, prayer. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's what I thought. Yeah, 12 skills at 10, which is, you know, the goal for this account is not necessarily to grind my levels to a certain point, other than the skill level that you need, you know, to get the Cape of Legends, like all the quest requirements. That's really what I'm working towards. But normally when I play RuneScape, my favorite thing to do is to get like base 10s, base 20s, base 30s. That's kind of like how I play the game. So this is like a side thing because I like want to do it. I'm like, I'm at 12 skills at 10 plus. If I get bored down the line, like, we've been doing the same thing for a while, I might just switch it up and just get some other skills to 10 just for fun. Just to get Theldimar to the base 10s. And it's also an easier way to climb the leaderboard, since it counts total level first and then total XP just as a tiebreak. Kind of a cool way to do it. Okay, so to maximize my, I don't know. Should I just grind the cows, immediately? Or should I keep the food and then take the food to go fight the guards? I guess I guess I can use the food that I get and just immediately fight the guards instead of stockpiling it. Or the warriors. I keep calling them warriors or guards when really they're warriors, but yeah, I think maybe that might be the play. Yeah, so I don't have to spend so much time at the cows, and also so I don't I don't know, make the most use of my time and the money paying for the trips back and forth. Yeah, maybe that will be the maybe that'll be the game plan for grinding these combat levels. So go kill some cows, get up a load of, half hides and meat. Come back over, bank the hides, those turn into money. I'm going to make what, 6 to 7 gold on each of them. So as long as I have 2 hides, then I cover, well, really I need 4 hides to cover the gold going back and forth. Then I can immediately use the meat to train on warriors, get a higher XP rate. Interesting. Then when I kill cows, I'm still getting combat XP. So unlike when I went on my fishing trip to Draenor, where I got to level 11 fishing, which was really, really cool, but just, not furthering my goals towards raising combat. At least when I'm killing cows, I'm still getting combat XP, and I'm killing them quickly, so the XP is actually pretty decent. Yeah, that will probably be the the short-term game plan. Going forward, yeah, this is going great. Now we're really starting to deal more consistent damage against these guys. Yeah, we killed the cows so fast. So fast compared to... Do y'all remember? If you've been on this since early in the series, I had an episode where I tried to kill a cow 3 times. I went up to the cow and was just fighting down to a couple HP each, and that's why I died, because I was trying to take on a cow too low leveled, and I just couldn't believe it. Normally when I make a new character in RS2 or RS3, one of the first things I do is just go grind on cows for a bit. You're a noob, go take a bronze dagger over to a cow and kill it. That. But it's different in Classic. In Classic, the cows are level 8, and combat's hard, so it was entertaining. I feel like I'm getting vengeance when I go back and slay cows quickly. It's kind of fun to eat up. Yeah, looking forward to not needing to invest quite as much food. I feel like we're already having to eat way less than before. I think at one point I was eating 4 or 5 food per kill. Now I think I'm eating 2 or 3, so it'll still be great to minimize the food investment for combat training. But it's I don't know, there's trade-offs, and it's I don't know, the trade-off in that you're not having to invest as much food anymore once you get to a high enough defense level, but maybe the XP isn't coming fast enough because you're getting too high level compared to the creature. I don't know. Optimizing this stuff is an interesting thing to think about. It's going really well, though. Yeah, jumping from, 17 combat level to 20 on the stream. And, roughly we're closing in on the 2-hour mark, and we've gained, several levels. I think I wasn't even at... Was I at 15? No, I was at 15 attack and not 15 defense. I want to say I was at 15 attack and 13 defense, so we've gained at least 3 defense levels, 3 attack levels, Also, hits, I want to say I started the stream with 18 hits. Now we're up to 20, and I want to say we even gained a prayer level. Maybe we started the stream at 10. I don't exactly remember, but whatever the case, definitely have made progress towards raising combat. It has been a good session so far. And yeah, this is a good training spot. Thank you to, I want to say it was like Ryan that confirmed for me. I was like thinking about, whether or not I should switch from cows to the warriors and Kharid. I was like, I saw they were level 18. I'm, getting a little higher. Where should I go from cows? Thinking warriors, and he confirmed that that was a good spot. And yeah, came over here and it is going great at the moment. The only downside is that these guys don't seem to drop the lowest level of herb, British or American pronunciation. I don't know which is which, but I would really like to figure out who drops the lowest level herb, but because I'm not gonna look it up and like get that information, I guess what I'm gonna have to do is just kind of like guess and try to kill things and see what their drops are. I get a feeling that like the Taverley dungeon and like maybe that area over by Taverley is the most likely spot to collect low level herbs. Like maybe the wolves on White Wolf Mountain or like some creatures in the dungeon. That's like my best guess, but I'm not going to look it up. I'm not going to look up and see where they drop. So yeah, I'm going to have to explore the game world and derive where it drops by going and killing and just seeing what happens. It'll be interesting when I need to level my herb law. So fun that it's herb law and not herb lore like in RS2 and RS3. Working on attack. At the moment, working our way towards 20 attack. Getting kills much, much, much faster than we did before. Yeah, the warriors are dying much more quickly. Thanks again to Luis for being in the stream today and answering a lot of my RuneScape Classic questions. That has been a lot of fun. Ooh, we're almost out of food. I'm going to have to go kill some... Ooh, bronze arrows. Interesting. That's cool. Okay, I'll go ahead and eat like one of those, and then... yeah, I'll eat both. Go. Back over to the cows. And then once we run out of money, we can craft and sell leather armor to the general store to rebuild our funds, getting passage back and forth from Kharid to Lumbridge. Yeah, of course. Well, I'm glad that it hypes you. I'm glad it hypes someone. I mean, it's really fun for me. Like, I really enjoy doing this, and like, when RSC gets streams, gotta love RSC streams. Yeah, I mean, I really appreciate y'all being on. I don't know. It's been really fun for me, and it's funny because like you never think that like on Twitch that you're gonna be the number one like person streaming a game, especially when you're like a noob like me. But like, I'm the only one streaming. I'm number one on the RuneScape Classic, like streaming all the time, anytime I get on. So it's just like such a niche little community that there's not a ton of streamers, and I wish there were more. I wish there were streamers, streaming with like way more views than me. So that there'd be just like a bigger audience for it. But let's I'm gonna go just check out and look at the streaming page just for fun while I'm hanging out here. What do I need to deposit? Like, I've got just like random stuff and drops that I figure out where it is. There's one. Another herb. Ooh, that stack's gonna go to 2. Okay, so that proves that I'm getting all different kinds of herbs. Maybe there's one of them I just didn't click on to identify, but I could have. Anyway, I'm gonna search RuneScape Classic on Twitch and just see. Okay, so this is interesting. I've mentioned this on the stream before, but let me look this up yet again. If I go to the game RuneScape Classic, anytime someone else is streaming RuneScape Classic, like almost all the time, anyone streaming Classic on Twitch is really streaming old school RuneScape, and they've just like accidentally checked RuneScape Classic, as their game because they think that it's the same thing. Oh, I did see that Beast has been streaming on YouTube. I was watching him fletch the other day. I thought that was really cool. So maybe, I don't know, are there other people than Beast that stream any regularly? I need to go to that Reddit and look at the other streamers and see if anyone else is doing it. I don't know, it's fun for me. I appreciate that y'all get hyped when I'm streaming. I'm sure it's like if anyone is streaming, just because it's cool when someone streams the game. Um, but yeah, I definitely appreciate it. I know I say that a lot too. I probably annoy y'all with being like, "Oh, thank you so much, Open RuneScape Classic. Thank you for watching my stream." But I do really mean it, which is why I repeat it often. But I will try not to like be to the point where it's annoying. I know I have a tendency to ramble. Okay, in the interest of time, although I'm having such a freaking blast, and we have 6 people watching, which is really exciting for me. In the interest of time, just because I do have some development that I still need to do tonight, and because we just hit the 2-hour mark, um, I'm going to end the stream here. That's really cool, Retro. Maybe you should do it more often. I would totally watch you, especially if I've got to get some like homework done or something while while playing, and I can watch your stream at the same time. That would be fun. But yeah, at any rate, I'm going to end the stream here just so that the episode doesn't get too crazy long and I can get back to work. But shout out to everyone who's been in the chat today. Special thanks to Ryan, Retro, and Luis for being in the chat and hanging out for so long. Shout out to Zach. Zach is, a close friend of mine in real life too, which is cool, for watching the stream. And in the next episode, I'm really kind of on a roll here with the combat stuff. I feel like I've got a pretty good little method going on. So I think I'm just gonna keep doing this grind. I'll probably be back on tomorrow if you're watching on Twitch, and then this episode will probably air, in like 4 or 5 days or so on YouTube. So yeah, until next time, I will see you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, and yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Have a great night.